So, continuing from last week's presentation, I can't resist a bargain. At Christmas, I bought two things. Not only the LCR meter, which we looked at last week, but also this little box which contains a handheld oscilloscope. I've got an oscilloscope at home. It's up in my loft, and it's so large that I haven't actually used it since I moved in the house, which is now about 23 years ago. So it probably doesn't work anymore because all the capacitors will have died in it. But when I saw the Christmas sale, 61.88%, how accurate can you get off? I thought I'm going to have a look at this, what's there. And one of the things was this oscilloscope. So yeah, it's 100 megahertz capability, which I think is twice as good as the one in the loft anyway. And the one in the loft is about this sort of size and is so heavy that I'd probably break something getting it down out of the loft. So as you can see, it was priced at £124, but I actually got another bit of discount. Let's see what it is now, because it's probably gone up. It's gone down, 121. I bought it too early. So and there's an extra $15 coupon. I think I did have a coupon as well, so I can't remember whether I paid the 124. So let's open the box, see what's in here. This box is not as nearly as well finished as the one for the LCR meter that we looked at last week. Sorry. It's got some nice packing material in to keep it all nice. It's got another box inside it full of leads. I'll put that to one side for the moment. And yeah, that looks like the main thing. So it comes in a nice little plastic bag. And put that to one side. Here's the gadget itself. So it's got plastic cover to protect the screen. Let's take that off so we can see it. And the video as well. It's a two-channel oscilloscope, so it's got two inputs for measuring things. It's actually got a signal generator built into it, so you could create signals, put them through a circuit, and then look at them on the screen, see what they are. A lot of the controls are buttons where you have to change values or set values. So in terms of usage, I think it's slightly more awkward to use than a big oscilloscope that's got lots of knobs on it, because you will have to use the buttons to reach the thing you want to change and change it. It has got knobs for vertical and horizontal and intensity, so that's not too bad. It's also got, because it's a digital oscilloscope, it's got the ability to capture signals. So you can set it to either a signal or automatic capture, single or automatic capture, and then it will record the thing and display it on the screen. So, and I'm not sure what this big knob does. I expect we'll find out in a little while. I wonder if there's a manual. I'm hoping there's a manual in here. So this is the box with the leads in it, and there's also a manual. Seems to have the title in Chinese as usual, but it's got contents in English, and presumably somewhere through the manual it starts talking in English. Yeah, okay, so it's got the usual safety information at the front saying don't kill yourself before connecting anything, make sure it's all safe, all that sort of thing. And then it says general inspection. When you receive a new instrument, it's recommended that you perform the following checks. Check for shipping damage. Well, I didn't see any shipping damage. Both of the two devices were in another outer box which had some packing in it, so that was all right. So it then talks about the various different parts of the instrument. I can get the pages apart. So it's got a little picture here of the manual, and it's got the description of the key features. So it says this product adopts a combination of physical buttons and a 4.3-inch capacitive touchscreen. Okay, so the screen's a touchscreen, so it's probably fairly easy to change things doing that. It features a sampling rate of 500 mega samples per second and an analog bandwidth of 100 megahertz. So I think I read in the advert for it that if you use both channels, the ability to capture signals drops. So if you're using one channel, you can do 100 megahertz. If you use both channels, it drops to 50 megahertz. So it probably drops to 250 samples per second. I think that's the issue with it. Oh, hang on. No, I'm wrong. It's 100 megahertz for single channel operation and 50 megahertz per channel when both channels are operating. So yeah, okay. And it's got 128 level grayscale display and support for persistence and color temperature visualization. Don't know what that means. We'll have a play with that at some point, I expect. It provides a clearer view of waveform details. Clearer than what? Doesn't explain that bit. The waveform capture rate reaches up to approximately 1,200 frames per second, allowing effective capture of abnormal signals. The unit includes 6 types of math operations, such as addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, for real-time, time domain and frequency domain analysis. Maybe I've got my time domain reflectometer. That's a different story. The unit includes 6 types. Oh yeah, I've read that bit. It also offers 13 parameter measurements to assist users in analysing various signal parameters. Additionally, the device integrates 10 megahertz waveform generator capable of outputting 9 common waveforms with adjustable amplitude and duty cycle. So that's the gen output link here. There's a built-in 4.5 digit 2000 count true RMS digital multimeter with AC/DC voltage and current measurement, as well as capacitance, resistance, diode and continuity tester. So almost does the LCR, it just doesn't do the L's. And then it goes into, got in the little display various different pointers, and then a description of each of the different, what each different thing does, the function buttons and so on. So it says when cursor is enabled, rotate the knob to move the cursor left or right. Yeah. And then function buttons, the cursor button, which is this one at the top. It says press this button to activate the cursor function. Use the corresponding knob to move the cursor on the waveform. So I guess you can point at a particular part and measure the voltage at that point. Well, there's lots more details here. I'm going to see. I wonder if it comes on. Let's see whether it. Yep, it's coming on. The on button is on the side here. It's displaying the logo, and it's asking me to choose. I won't choose Chinese. I'll choose English. And then it's got the display come on with the lights on it, and it seems to be set for 10 millivolts at the moment and 1 kilohertz. So and then if I push the channel 1 button, then it's come up with all the various things. Can set a level, I think, and yeah, you can. The touch screen's working, so can set level. I think. Wonder if I can. No, that's not going to work. Vertical. Oh yeah, so I can change the voltage. So here I can see what the voltage is set to, and let's try out one of the leads. I think that would be the best course of action. So what have we got in the way of leads? We've got a power lead with a USB connector. That's probably for charging the battery. I don't know whether you can display the output on a bigger screen. I wonder if you can. What does it say about the thing on the back? Power port, power interface, supports Type-C input with fast charging. Okay, it says rated at 12 volts 1 amp, so it'll probably need a fast charger in order to charge it up. So a standard phone charger probably isn't going to help do anything. It's going to need a charger capable of 12 volts. Luckily I've got one already, so that's alright. We've got a couple of leads for measuring things, so let's see, presumably they, yeah, so you can have one for channel 1 and one for channel 2. I'm going to connect one for on channel 1. Try connecting it, and I'm going to see first of all what I thought might be interesting to see how much variation there is on the output of this socket here, this 5-volt phone charging socket that everyone plugs their phone into. And actually it doesn't look like there is much. It looks pretty stable. It's a straight line anyway, so that's if it's working. It's on channel 1. Vertical. I can see a little bit of noise on there, but it's quite small. So, what else do we get? We get a user guide for the oscilloscope probe, which shows you how to set frequency compensation on it. I think it'll take a bit of a learning process. There's another test lead here, which is just got two crocodile clips on, which will be useful for, well actually it probably would have been slightly more useful for that, reading the voltage there. There's another lead. I can't actually see where that would plug into.
On the top of the unit, isn't it?
Oh, it's on the top. It is on the top, you're right. Okay, so this will be used for measuring current, because these connections on the top are marked 10 amp or milliamps and a common, and then there's a voltage ohm measurement, so I can use it to measure voltages. So let's give that a go and see whether we can measure the voltage coming out of that 5-volt thing. It's got one of those connectors on, so if I put that in the voltage, put that in the common, So actually these probes are not quite as convenient for measuring. Might have to change.
You have to change modes.
Change modes, yeah. Okay, so it's got a little display here which is showing the voltage, and it's showing it as 5.038 volts. So it's now in, oh, and it's dropped a bit. It's going up. It might be my fingers moving the wires about. So it is going up and down a little bit. You can see got quite a nice big display actually, which is useful. Right. Well, I think so far I'm very happy with this thing. I think it's looks like it's going to be very useful. One of the things I'm planning to use it for is to try and mend this, which is probably the most dangerous thing I've ever made. It's power supply I use for my ham radio gear at home. It's got the mains going into it and switch there, which is protected by a nice piece of tape here. And
start again if I were you, mate.
on the top here, the mains goes to these connectors, so small fingers can easily get into that. Yeah. I've been meaning for many years to put a lid on it, but I've never got round to it.
The only guy that does our practice.
Well, you know, you can test something and prove it's dangerous, can't you? I've got lots of experience of dangerous things. It's not quite as dangerous as the amateur radio transmitter we had at university, where there was like 5,000 volts on the anode at the top of the valve in the transmitter, and one of my mates used to tune it up by seeing how long the spark he could get off his thumb. There was usually a smell of burning flesh in the room when he was operating. So
might be better to start with the 555.
You think so? So I made this little test circuit to see if we could see how this works. Unfortunately, we're short of a proper connector for a 9-volt battery, which is what it needs. Luckily, John's volunteered to risk his life by holding it and against the connector there, and then I don't know if you can flip over back to the presentation easily enough, because in the presentation you'll find no, have you got the latest one?
I thought I had. Yes, I got the one you emailed me.
Oh, I must have emailed you the old one. Damn, how annoying. Oh yes, I've emailed you the wrong one. Oh well. Yeah, so I was going to show. I've made this little circuit which is based on a 555 timer, and basically it is supposed to produce a square wave. So hopefully I should be able to go back to doing the display. If I can work out how to do it. It's not going back to. It's not going back. No. Oh, I found it. Okay. There's a little thing a little label says back on the thing there. So there's the display. I'm going to connect got the right lead, yeah. So I'm going to connect that to the earth to the earth, and then look for the voltage that's been generated. And are we seeing anything? No. That's a bit. Oh, hang on. It's on the wrong channel. doesn't seem to be displaying anything, which is a little bit concerning.
Maybe try feeding the signal generator output into one of the inputs.
Yeah, I'll have to learn to use the signal generator as well then, won't I? I think I was looking at the wrong display actually. So anyway, still not showing anything. Oh, okay, now it's working. Sorry, it seems I should have pushed the auto button. So you can see that the signal there has been displayed. So that, although this is a square wave generator, it's using, it's charging a capacitor, and then when it reaches a certain voltage, it discharges it. So you get this sawtooth wave on the capacitor, and then if I check the output here, I should see a square wave, which is what you see there. So you can see the square wave.
Is the frequency looking right?
That's a good question. It's kind of in the range I expected. The problem I had was I designed the circuit using 1K resistors, and then in the end we didn't have any 1K resistors in the box, so I had to use 1.2K resistors. So it'll be slightly lower frequency than I planned, but it looks about right. So, and the formula for the frequency was on that other slide, which I sent you the wrong thing for. Sorry about that. So that's the unboxing. Any questions?
I'm curious how fast the waveform generator goes.
Yes, that's something I haven't read about. I think it said in here that it was 10 megahertz is the maximum.
And is it only 1 meg termination on the BNCs, or can it do 50 ohms?
I think it's only 1 meg.
Well, you can get little buns and things.
Yeah, I mean I've got a 50 ohm terminators which I would use if I was needing something to be 50 ohms.
How many volts is this?
9. Do you want to measure it?
I bet it's only about 7 or 8.
How long does it be kicking around?
You need to put a load on it.
Just on the battery.
It will be a bit higher. Bit higher. Now the question is, how do I get back into voltage measuring mode? Put into auto. That's positive, isn't it? I need a button here to know what how to turn the. I haven't worked out how to turn the voltage measurement on. I thought I had. I thought it was pushing the auto button did it, but it didn't.
That's auto's just a scope mode.
Yeah, obviously. It just something I hit before did it, but I don't know what it is now. Right, trigger, save, measure. Yeah, I think I am going to have to read the whole of the manual, which is
Such a weighty tone.
60 odd pages.
So your conclusion is?
My conclusion is it looks like a very good gadget for the price, and it will save me breaking my back getting the big one out of the loft. But I probably will get the
stay for eternity.
well, I think I probably will get it out of the loft and take it down to the dump, unless somebody wants an oscilloscope.
I also have an oscilloscope in my loft that's really heavy to lift out, so yeah.
I think anyone who wants an oscilloscope's probably got one in the loft already.
Can you put the display to a PC or control it?
It doesn't seem to be capable of doing that. The USB connector on the back just mentions
Just
charging and
No
nothing
way of
else.
getting data off it.
Yeah, I was just wondering about that.
I haven't found a way to do that.
If it turns up in a manual, I'd like to know.
Okay.
And if you can control it from a PC.
It'd be worth mentioning perhaps on a slide at the end.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. To try and fit it back in its box now.